Welcome to Hindsight 2021 for the last week of June. I'm Damian Muziani, and here's your news. Leading off, questions remain in the strange death of computer antivirus trailblazer John McAfee, who reportedly committed suicide in a Spanish prison last week. McAfee had been suspected of a murder in Central America and accused of a number of white-collar crimes stateside, but according to his wife, is a victim of foul play. McAfee was no stranger to foul play while living. His wife was just one of 7 women that the reclusive millionaire collected as a harem, living out sexual fantasies in Belize that incorporated a hammock and, I guess, Montezuma's revenge.
The hammock has a hole.
He put you in a hammock.
Got a little hole, and you would sit there.
He asked you to in his mouth, and so...
What? What indeed, Oprah? We at Hindsight learned that at the time of his death, McAfee was about to announce a new invention of his to the world, the John McAfee dispenser, a hammock-shaped porta-potty with sofa reservoir attachment. Now, you too can eat shit and die, just like a crazy, reclusive millionaire. Gee, I hope he remembered to wipe his hard drive afterwards. And if, like the saying goes, you are what you eat, what does that make Subway customers? The New York Times did a DNA analysis of Subway's popular tuna sub sandwich and found that there was no actual tuna in it. Subway denied the results, saying that when they promote a product, everything is exactly as you see, without any dark secrets or fraudulent representation involved. This actually might explain a lot, especially if John McAfee's 7 girlfriends had lunch at Subway before their last conjugal visit. Eat fresh, right? Maybe the company just ran out of tuna because all of that fishiness is already tied up at the Pentagon. The long-awaited government report on previously classified UFO sightings was released to the public last week, and, just as Hindsight predicted last month, the only thing shared was futility. It turns out that out of 144 reported military sightings of UFOs over the past 16 years, the Director of National Intelligence could only identify one of them, a deflating hot air balloon. Appropriate, actually, since the DNI's report was so full of hot air already. To give you an idea of how bad a 1 for 144 batting average is, this is pitcher Ron Herbel. Ron holds the record as the worst hitting player of all time in Major League Baseball. He batted .029. What about intelligence director Avriel Haines? 007. You could literally do better blindfolded, like some of the characters in the pornographic stories Haines used to read aloud to her customers in the public sector years ago. And now that blindfold is on America, since we paid $22 million in taxes to fund the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, blah, 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 which launched this process 14 years ago. And in exchange for your money, all we got back was one very expensive scientific shrug. Maybe all was not lost, however, as Haines did report an unidentified object just outside the jungles in Belize that left viewers speechless. Here it is. We affectionately call it 2 girls, 1 hammock. And that's your news. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with Fresh Hindsight.